heard about tech cocktails or maybe the Pitch Fiesta. Well, these two events, along with others, are helping to connect a whole lot of groups. Here with more is Eric Renz Whitmore. I want to thank you so much for joining us. You're going to break all this down for us, right?
I'm going to try.
So let's get right to it. What are tech cocktails?
So Tech Cocktail, it's an organization that's national, tech.co, and they do events around the country to help highlight the hottest startups in about 7 or 8 cities around the country.
Okay. Anything interesting that you've heard of that's started up from this?
Oh boy, let's see. I don't have a good startup from that group that I can
that's
mention.
fine. That's fine. But you guys do a lot of great inventions and a lot of great, big projects that could potentially help us out later on.
Oh, certainly, yeah. There was just this past week. There was a pitch with ABQID. They were doing their demo day. Well, a lot of times it's a challenge to get national exposure. So that's one of the things that Tech Cocktail does. So we're doing a pitch event here on Tuesday night during Tech Fiesta.
Okay.
And then the winners of that actually go on to Vegas for a bigger pitch event that happens in October.
Wow. Okay, so the event here, who should go?
Well, primarily startups, but it's a tech cocktail. So it's both the pitch event, but it is also a mixer. So for people in technology, but also business, all the other kinds of creatives that come together to make a startup run.
Okay.
That would be great to have those kinds of folks there.
And do they have to be invited, or can they go and pay a fee?
They can go.
How
It's
does it work?
free. It's taking place. It's the Epicenter, downtown Epicenter at Innovate ABQ. We're bringing a lot of different folks together for that at that location.
Awesome.
So it's free for all to come in.
Okay. That's great. So even people that may not have something to show, they may just want to walk around and find out what's brewing in the tech world, right?
I think that's great because you've heard a lot about startups and around tech. This is a great opportunity to see some of the great startups that we have launching locally.
And some of the best startups they've started in the garage a lot of times. So you never know what you're going to find at some of these tech startup workshops, right?
That's correct.
Okay, so tell me about the Pitch Fiesta. Is that all entwined?
So Pitch Fiesta is sort of similar. Pitch Fiesta is a local event. It was put together by Startup New Mexico and the folks at Fat Pipe ABQ. And that's more for all sorts of different kinds of startups. So typically with ABQID and Tech Cocktail, you'll have companies that have already launched, they're getting customers, things like that. Pitch Fiesta includes some of those, but also people are just really at the early stages of just an idea and they're trying to bring it forward. So they're trying to connect with people as well. And
is that the hardest part about this? I mean, I know you're working all the time trying to, recreate your invention here, but pitching is so difficult.
Well, for some people, it's one of those things where the more you practice, the better you get. So that's one reason why it's great to have these different kinds of events.
Yeah.
Because some of the people who've actually started companies, they didn't think they were going to go and pitch. But they pitched something that they were really interested in themselves. They loved the idea. They shared it with some people, and they get that acclaim. They get those people saying, "How can I help?" And that's oftentimes the thing that makes a difference from, maybe I want to be an entrepreneur to I'm going to start a company.
Yeah, that's true. So at some of these pitch events, are there potential new gadgets that they bring out, right? So that's always cool. I mean, we're in such a tech-savvy world right now that any type of new gadget, everybody's like, oh, let me get my hands on that. They want to try it out. Who are you hoping will attend, and how can they get more details about attending?
Okay, so for this, and there's a lot of links and stuff, so I'll try not to get too deep into that. Everything should be found at the techfiestaabq.com website, so there'll be links to all of these things there. We're looking for experienced startups. The deadline to apply for actually Tech Cocktail is tomorrow. But we're looking for startups, we're looking for entrepreneurs, but also people, you've heard a lot, you want to check out the scene, you think maybe you can help, you can have a role, they should come too.
Awesome. I want to thank you so much for joining us. We're going to have a recap of the interview on our website, KRQE.com, if you missed any important details on this. And now we're going to send it over to Kristen.